Today we're talking about the throat chakra. So if this interests you, stick around. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Veronica and welcome to the Wholeness Shift. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad you found me. I talk about easy, practical spirituality. I help you navigate your spiritual awakening. There is no topic off limits. We talk about everything. So if this interests you, please hit the subscribe button below. I wouldn't want you to miss out on anything good. So this is the 6th part of the chakra series that I'm creating. And if you haven't seen the other parts to it, or you don't even know what a chakra is, hit the description box below and find the link for the playlist so you can get caught up. Or you can find the playlist on my channel. Chakra number 5 is your throat chakra, and it is located right here in your throat, like you would think it would be, right by your Adam's apple. It is associated with the color blue, like blueberries, and it is related to the sound ham, H-A-M, ham. As you would expect, this chakra deals with issues of speaking your truth. But not just speaking your truth, it deals with conveying your ideas, which I guess would kind of be speaking your truth, but speaking your truth with love and kindness as well, not doing harm with your voice, with your words. So expressing that truth, but doing it in a way that is loving and kind as well. So, it's kind of cliche to say, but there's truth to it, that anything you say should pass the test of, is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary? Because something might be true, but it doesn't mean it's necessary to say. You didn't have to say that to that person. So I used to teach my kids that if someone has something wrong, like they have spinach in their teeth, they have toilet paper on their shoe or something like that, you need to be the one that takes them aside and lovingly points that out to them. Help a girl out, you know what I mean? Help a person out. However, if that is not something that they can change in a minute or less, leave them alone. It's not necessary. If they have toilet paper on their shoe, if they have spinach in their teeth, if their hair is sticking up, yes, they can easily fix that in just a few seconds. If you're like, that outfit is not flattering on you and your butt looks horrible, you look really fat in that outfit. Rude? First of all, rude. That's not kind. But second of all, if you're already out at dinner or you're sitting in church or something, like, they can't fix that. They would have to go all the way home and find a new outfit. And now all that's going to happen is they're sitting there with hurt feelings because you were mean to them, and they're going to be self-conscious. Their energy is going to change, and they're going to kind of sink into themselves, and they're going to be shamed, and they're going to be self-conscious the whole time they sat there. So while in your opinion that comment might have been true, and you didn't even if you didn't say it in a way that wasn't kind, it was true and it was kind, it was not necessary because now you've done harm instead of helping. Does that make sense? So as I said, it's not just about speaking your personal truth. It's not just about communicating with others. It's about expressing the ideas and the creative inspiration that the muse gives you. That sacral chakra, you get all that creative energy, and those creative ideas might start flowing. But when they get up here, do they stop? You never express that piece of art, that piece of music, that piece of writing. You get the ideas, but you don't clearly express them. It's all about expressing what's in there in the most beautiful way possible. Physically speaking, the throat chakra is related to the mouth and the jaw and everything associated with that, the tongue and the palate, the teeth. It's also linked to the shoulders and neck. So the 5th chakra deals with your thyroid, it deals with the neck, it deals with all of this as well. So if your thyroid is out of whack, you might want to consider adding some throat chakra work to your regimen and see what happens. Other things associated with the throat chakra would be body temperature, growth, metabolism. So as you can see, the throat chakra is a doozy. It is a big, big deal. They're all big deals in their own right, but the throat chakra controls a lot. It is in charge of a lot of things. And when it is out of balance, it has a big impact. You're probably not going to feel like your optimal self if it's not open and balanced. Another thing to consider or to think about is that the throat chakra is the last chakra in what's considered the physical body chakras, the physical chakras. These lower 5 chakras deal with the physical stuff. It's all about the 3D of it all, the humanness of it all. It regulates the body, and it deals with emotions that come with being a human in a body. Like, humans are the only ones that really get this emotional body like we have. And so, like, from your root, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, that's all physical stuff. It deals with the humanness of this whole experience. And so when you get above here, your crown, your third eye and your crown, these deal with more of the ethereal, spiritual, mystical aspects of your experience. And this is the last stopping point. And if this isn't open, it can cause a huge bottleneck of energy. Things get stuck here, things get stuck here. It's like the bridge between your lower chakras and your higher chakras. And if it's not open, that energy just can't flow. You get clogged. I know that when my throat chakra is off, which is often, I will own it. It is often. It's something that I have chronically always had to work on the most. Not only does my voice become a little bit more hoarse and gravelly, but I also tend to get really bad headaches. And that's because a lot of that energy gets stuck up here. My third eye is wide open, and like all this energy flies in. And if it can't properly flow, it tends to get congested. And it almost feels like a tension headache, but it's really energetically based. So instead of that energy being able to flow down easily like it's supposed to, where it can get grounded into Mother Earth, it sits here. And I have a headache right now. I've been doing a lot of talking. I've been doing a lot of complaining today. Like, I was recounting a few stories where I was a little gossipy. I was a little complainy, a little bitchy. And I can feel a little bit of, I keep having to clear my throat. I feel a little gravelly, and I have a massive headache from all this energy sitting here. So I know that as soon as I start doing some chakra work and I start behaving myself and I start speaking with love and kindness and I do the things that I need to do to get that throat chakra more open and balanced and flowing well, that a lot of these things are going to resolve pretty quickly. So if chronically this throat chakra is out of balance for you, sorry, I have a hair on my face. Anyways, sorry. If this chakra is out of whack, you can notice things like feeling like you don't have a voice, feeling like you can't speak up. You feel kind of timid. Figuratively, I mean, literally too. Like my voice starts to go. But I'm speaking about figuratively. You feel like you're never heard, or like you don't have a voice, or like you can't speak up. Or on the flip side, because you have balanced here and you can go this way or you can go this way. So you might go this way and like you shut down, you feel like you don't have a voice, or you could go this way and you're just brash and rude and you just talk way too effing much. You're doing too much. You need to calm down. So you might just be known as a loudmouth and rude and like a bit of a jerk. Perhaps you're not a good listener. You have a lot to say, but you don't like to listen. So you can be a person that's too mousy. They don't speak up when they need to, and they tend to get walked on, or it can be the other way. So if you're finding that you have any of these signs or symptoms or issues, spend some time doing some work on your throat chakra. Like I said before, my guides had me meditate on my throat chakra every single day for at least a few years. So I'm not saying this can happen overnight. Like, you might have to do some work on your throat chakra. And to this day, if I ask them, what chakra should I focus on or would benefit me the most to focus on, most of the time, they're going to tell me throat chakra. Because your girl struggles with that one. I struggle with it. I do. I either suppress things and don't speak my mind in order to keep the peace. I don't say what I have to say because it's just better to keep the peace. But then it festers and people just keep poking the bear and they push me too far and then I snap. And I mean, I can be a little feisty. You know, I mean, if I'm being honest and just calling a spade, like, I can talk a lot of shit. I'm a Capricorn, so, like, I can hurt your feelings. I can really hurt your feelings if I'm not careful. So, you know, my throat chakra is something that I have to be very intentional about, and that it tends to get a little bit dinged up on a daily basis, a little bit more than I care to admit. But, you know, I own it. We're all in this boat together, and I can't just be telling you what to do without owning it myself. So, yeah, is what it is. I tend to just be a little too feisty. I need to focus and be intentionally kind with my words. When I have something to say, I need to say it with kindness. I need to not suppress what I need to say for fear of how someone will react, or, I mean, their reaction is their responsibility. It's not mine. I should not temper what I need to say unless it doesn't fit that criteria like we talked about earlier, unless it's not necessary. But if it meets all three of those, it's kind, it's true, it's necessary, I should say what I need to say, share what I need to share, and their reaction or how they take it is on them. It is not my job to take responsibility or to worry too much about how they're going to take it. If they aren't taking something that's kind, true, and necessary in a constructive manner, then they need to do some work on themselves. I need to not stifle that. The problem is that I suppress it until I snap and I'm no longer interested in being kind. And I just unleash, and the chips fall where they fall. So I have to be intentional about that. So to help it stay open, I have to focus on positivity, speaking my truth, but with kindness, avoid gossiping, avoid complaining, and that is hard. It's hard. It's hard. Anyways, moving on from all of my shadow work that needs done, some crystals that may help you with your throat chakra are turquoise, larimar, sapphire. Don't you love sapphire? God, I love sapphires. Any of you want to send me some sapphires? Just send them. We are accepting gifts. Kyanite, blue lace agate, blue howlite, and aquamarine. So pretty. As with all of the other chakras, an effective way to open and balance the throat chakra is to meditate on it. You go find a meditation on YouTube or somewhere else that is specifically made for the throat chakra. That means it is probably blue in the background. It is set to the frequency of the sound, the hertz that will benefit your throat chakra the most, and you just let it play while you're meditating. You can, if you're a person that's able to visualize, you can visualize the color blue. You can eat some blueberries. You can decorate with blue. You can wear blue. You get the drift. Affirmations or mantras that might help with your throat chakra are, I speak my truth with love. I speak my truth with love. And you know, what is her name? Leanne Rimes. Leanne Rimes on her chant, The Human and the Holy album. It's like a meditation album. And she has a song on there, I think, called I Speak My Truth with Love. And that is a lovely song to have playing in the background or to sing along with her too. You can say, I easily speak my truth. I easily speak my truth. Or you can repeat the chant HAM, as we talked about earlier. And when you chant these things or you repeat these mantras, you don't have to say them out loud. You can repeat them in your mind. So you can just, in your mind, repeat HAM, HAM. And I can feel that right here. HAM. So let me know below what your favorite way to open your throat chakra is. What tips and tricks, what's your favorite crystal, what's your favorite mantra, what's your favorite things, your wonderful wonderfuls for the throat chakra. Let's learn from each other. And if you haven't yet, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. It really helps my channel so much, and it helps get this information out to people who may not come across it. So I appreciate you guys, and my love to all of you, and we'll talk soon. Until next time.